Okay, everybody, welcome to Trenny and C, another episode. This is our 10th anniversary, as in 10 episodes, not 10 years.
Still pretty good.
Pretty good.
10 episodes.
We've hung out at least 10 times.
Impressive.
Pretty good. So what we have today is Craigellachie, Craigellachie, whatever it's called. Who cares? It's delicious.
Scotch.
And it's Scotch from, single malt Scotch from Scotland.
Speyside, to be exact.
Exactly.
Trenny and C, drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
So Craigellachie, what we have here, it's a bottled at 46% Scotch whiskey, single malt, 13 years old, 46%. All these things are really, really, really just good things right away.
Unique age statement.
13.
13 years.
I would think because 13 is not the luckiest of numbers. So, when you go to a hotel, a lot of hotels don't have the 13th floor. So, anyways, I think they've done well with this one, and it seems to be working for me. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah. So
I've no problems with 13.
13 is fine.
13's never done me wrong.
No. So when we grade our whiskey, we talk about the color, the taste, or the nose, the taste, the finish, and the viscosity. And so right away when we start with the color, and this is something to be said about this guy, it looks like a pretty natural presentation because it's quite light in color. It's like a straw.
A blonde even,
a blonde straw kind of color. That's a good sign because a lot of the times there's no specific rules in Scotland that like in the United States where they're not allowed to add any color to their whiskey in bourbons and in the United States American whiskey. Yet in Scotland they're allowed to add color and caramel to it just to keep a consistent product.
It's kind of like they're hinting at the color with the color of the cover here.
Yeah, absolutely.
The yellow label, the yellow cover here.
Yeah. So I think that's a good sign. To me, it's showing that it's a natural presentation. So the 46%, awesome. Natural color, awesome. There's even a couple of little floaties floating around in there, which to me says it wasn't filtered too hard. So it was probably...
Or you were tugging out of the bottle.
Or I was, it could be just backwash. But anyways, either way, it's good.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the color. Moving on to the nose of this guy.
I get the weird thing with this one is I get this reminiscent tequila smell from it.
Yeah, I could actually see that, absolutely. Yeah, I do get the honey, and with it being the straw color, for some reason, maybe it just automatically in my mind makes me think of like kind of hay fields, and it's got those earthy tones to it, but almost like in the spring when the honeysuckle comes out and you smell that kind of honeysuckle spring air.
There's a sweetness to it.
There's a sweetness to it, but it's quite nice.
But there's a zest, there's a citrus note to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A light smoke.
Yeah. It also I think with that saying spring, it reminds me of spring. It's a clean, well produced spirit. Mm-hmm. So it hasn't been rushed through the stills or anything like that. I think it's pretty fresh and pretty clean on the nose anyways. Anyways, let's move on to taste.
Yeah, let's taste this stuff.
It's got a little bit of that the chew to it. It's a chewy Scotch, but it has the sweetness and everything that you smell in the nose is there, except there's a little bit more of that.
I was going to say honey and smoke.
Honey and smoke, that wood char thing going on. The earthy tones, but it still does have that that honey and sweetness to it.
Yeah.
But
good.
being bottled at 46%, you can taste that alcohol nip, which is nice. But if you add some water to it, not even too much, but a couple drops. You want some?
Sure. A little splash there.
A couple splashes. It does, again, open it up quite a bit. The smells have been, and the tastes have been trapped in the higher alcohol content. So as soon as you add that water, it releases it, and
voila!
Beautiful stuff. It actually brings out the sweetness, I find, quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Really tasty.
Well, it's good stuff. It's delicious. Finish.
So, finish it's relatively long lasting, but it does
linger a bit.
It lingers.
It does linger a little bit.
Turns into that smokiness.
Yeah, I was gonna say smoky, and with a I don't know. I always seem to taste my wood flavors on the finish, and again, I'm getting that oak finish too.
Absolutely, it's good stuff. So this is from the Speyside region of Scotland, which, I mean, just in that area alone, there's almost 100 distilleries just right there.
And people aren't necessarily going there to see Craigellachie.
Yeah.
Craigellachie. They're going to see other distilleries, and they need to make their way here.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what is happening is this guy is basically right beside like more famous ones like Glenlivet and Aberlour and Macallan. And people instantly just go to Macallan and overlook really, really interesting spirits like this, different distilleries like this. And there's so many in Scotland that, and they all have unique characteristics that you gotta try them.
But producing a great product.
Exactly. Anyway, the point is these are maybe not as mass produced as some of the other ones, so they have to instantly make a good impression on people. So usually that's why these single malts that are a little bit more obscure, like the 13-year-old here, they are bottled at the higher strength, natural color, natural filtration, and either way, it's kind of a cool looking bottle, I think.
I think it's classic.
It's a classy looking one.
Yeah, it's good production.
So
viscosity.
Viscosity. It's kind of, again, because it is a lighter looking spirit and a lighter spirit in general, but bottled at a higher strength.
It is light and mellow.
It's light and mellow, and I think the thing for me with this one is to emphasize is it's just really clean and it's really fresh. So the viscosity is, yes, it is a light kind of syrup to it.
But that's consistent with the product from the beginning,
Yeah.
beginning to end. And I think clean and fresh is a good description.
Yeah.
It's nice. It feels that way.
It's good from the second you crack the bottle, and then it's the worst point of the bottle is when it's down here and you don't have any left.
Yeah, that's scary.
That sucks. I hate that point.
Talk to us about scores.
Sure. First, I just got to say, if you guys can come up with some bottomless bottle of scotch somehow, that'd be great. Anyway, okay, let's talk about scores. I gave it a 24.33, and C gave it a 23.33, which came to 23.83.
Very close to a 24.
Yeah, so that's a pretty damn good score. I gave it a lot of points actually just for the color because I like that natural presentation. This to me shows that it's probably been aged in bourbon barrels because it doesn't have that kind of red hue to it that a lot of the sherry cask whiskeys have. Yeah. And anyways, drink along with us.
We've been drinking along with us.
We're good
You
at drinking
should, too.
along with us.
Yeah.
So subscribe to our YouTube channel or email us at trennyandc@gmail.com.
Check out the website.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.